Hello, everyone. It's Domas. I'm back with a new painting, which is not mine. It's my grandfather's, and it was made in year 2000. That's me, my brother, my cousin, and my other cousin. And I remember posing for this painting. I had a new skateboard. I must have been 9 years old here, but I remember being way, way older when this painting was painted. And now thinking about it, and this goes back to reasons why I moved back. This goes back to, that video about me showing my grandfather's workshop. And this goes back to me doing painting and skateboarding. And I don't know, I think I really feel my grandfather's presence now when I'm filming this video. I even have a similar haircut actually now in that, but maybe my hair was a bit longer and my eyes were a bit bigger because I was way smaller. But you can even see my grandpa's hand, like that's another painting inside a painting, and his hand with the paintbrush. And I remember that painting. I don't know exactly where it is now, but I clearly remember that painting. And that's a painting of himself, like a self-portrait as a painter. So he put himself inside that painting. And this morning I was wondering why I moved back home, because I get these thoughts that I should have never moved back. But I get into this sort of state of mind where it feels like I'm in a room that is a closed room, and it's got all the doors are shut, locked, and I can't escape. And funny, because I'm training to work in an escape room now. So I decided to go back to something which I used to do back in the day, and it's translating the knowledge book. It's a book written by bulentcorak in Turkey. That was written from 1991 till 1993. And it's a cosmic decree, it's a cosmic universal book, believe it or not, but it changed and shaped my life in all sorts of ways. And there's a reading program of this book, and the whole world reads the same chapter today. And I open the chapter, and it's chapter 32. And as I'm translating this book from English to Lithuanian, I get a lot of you get a lot of different energies downloaded as you're reading this book. It's insane. It's almost like calms me down, which is really rare that any book can do that. It really like focuses my attention on here and now and what's important. But it's impossible to explain what the book is about. It's cosmic. It's like it works with every single person specifically, personally. But as I'm translating it, I just translated a little bit, and I was translating the page a year almost ago, maybe not a year ago, but yeah, I still haven't done, but I've translated like half of it now. And I'm on page 30, I'm on chapter 32, exactly the chapter that I was supposed to read today. So I read the chapter and I translated a little bit, and I thought I'll make this message now. And, thinking about synchronicities and what I was talking about before about Carl Jung and the shadow, and all of these aspects are just a little tiny fraction of like what's inside this massive book. And I don't know why I'm mentioning it. because it has pushed my life to the limit, actually, to, all the questions that I've always asked. I started to get answers in this book. It's almost like what you do when you have nothing else to do, left to do. It's like I paint, but sometimes I don't know why I'm painting, because I had my grandfather in my family who was a painter, and he was an artist, and he was amazing, but I could still feel the pain, the uncertainty in him of, about life. But now, as I'm reading this book, I start to realize why I'm here, why we're here. And, you know, there's a sentence in this book where it's like, and I think it was in this chapter today, where, you know, once you become a book, your job is to to make to make your friends become a book also, because once you know kind of everything what there is to know, and I'm not saying that I know everything, but once you reach the stage of, let's say, development, let's say, like this infinite sort of void of knowledge and development, and when you realize that you're never gonna learn everything that there is to learn on planet Earth, once you realize that you don't have things that you want anymore in this world, like, I don't know, you can call it depression, you can call it like addiction, you can call it whatever, but I understand that it's not an exit strategy. It's not good point to think of like suicide or like things like that. It's not even like that. It's more like you understand things that are hard to explain, and I'm sure that everybody that's listening to me, that you know what I'm talking about. That if you know, then you know, and you can't explain. You might seem like a little bit crazy to other people if you start to try and explain it. But sometimes people come to you and they ask you questions, and they see how you are, and they see what you do, and they see how your energy is, and they get attracted to you, and then you can answer their questions if there are any, and I don't think it's anymore about going out there and like standing on a barrel and shouting your truth, because I think people that want to know what you're about, they're gonna come and find you, and they're gonna search for the truth. And we all have our own truth. I think that sometimes people, the ones that are like preaching, and you know they have something specific that they're teaching, and it's like they're so attached to that one thing that they know, like a dogma or something, that they forget about everything else around them. And I think we each have a mission, and we have to fulfill that mission. And sometimes that anxiety that starts to build, it's like, what is it? Like, why do you have the anxiety? For me, it's like a lot of the times I feel like things are pointless, that there is no actual point to this. Like, if I'm, just making art in order to live, in order to make money, it's like I'm almost like not interested in that. But if it's about spreading the message, spreading the love, spreading the energy of, you know, it's like a teaching, but it's the one that you teach yourself. That's what I learned from this book, and that's what I learned. That's why that's how I learned that I'll never have enough of this world. I'll never have whatever it's giving me. I'll never have enough. Once I learned that addiction is not gonna solve my problems. Like, substances is not going to solve my problems. And you start to dig in deep into yourself, you start to realize how important it is to find something that is, an infinite kind of learning curve. I don't know if I'm making sense, but you know, you can let me know in the comments. And if you know what I'm talking about, you know, share and subscribe and let me know your thoughts on this. Um, what I can tell about this book is like you kind of get this peaceful feeling of what this is what you're supposed to be doing. And even if you're, according to bulentcorak, who wrote this book, even if you're hearing this and you're understanding at least a little bit of what I'm talking about, then you're already ready to read it, because some people don't even see the book. They get repelled by it. They get all sorts of vibes that are like against them, because it's your capacity has to be ready to take it in. And you kind of have to be, I'm not saying like, not trying to put myself above other people or anything like that. It's nothing of that sort. It's actually very humbling experience to be able to read this, because it's nothing to do with money, it's nothing to do with power, it's nothing to do with controlling somebody. It's literally a feeling, a feeling that you get of calmness, of peace. And the main goal of this book is peace in the world, peace in the universes. If we establish peace in our world, we might become part of the universes. We really want to communicate with other planets and stuff. I don't think it's possible to do in the way that we're aiming to do it, by traveling there with rockets and stuff. I think it's way more an experience within yourself rather than outside of yourself. I think it's more to do with that. So I don't know if you resonate with any of this cosmic stuff. Please let me know. And yeah, I'll probably share more, since I haven't translated this book in ages, and it's very hard to understand. I can't tell you what it's about. You can only read about it yourself or read it yourself. But it's changed my life in many different ways. But it's I kind of started to get the depth of life, and why are we here, and what's our purpose of being here. So if you want to know more, I can share a bit more in the next videos, but I think I'll stop there now. And yeah, just wishing you peace and love in these coming days. And just know that, whatever you're doing, you're on the right path. You are beautiful, you're amazing, you're a great human being, and that you're going towards the light. It's not an easy path that you're on. If you're understanding any of this, if you're reached up to this point in this video and you're interested to listen, you're not on an easy path, so well done for you, like 2 thumbs up. And yeah, just know that I'm with you, and I'm super grateful that you're coming here and listening to this space and allowing me to create. Like I can even feel myself differently today, because I picked up this book that I haven't picked up in like months, because that's how it works. If it's not the time for you to read it, you're not going to read it. But when it's time for you, it's like boom, you just get it. You need this energy. It's like food, sometimes it's like, it's so calming. Like I can feel it even in my voice. But it's not even about the book, you know, it's more about you and your own development, and it works personally with every single different person. So yeah, I'm super grateful to you. Keep doing the good work, and yeah, peace and love. Take care.